Hey there, friends, come along today. We've got stories, songs, and fun to play. Learning kindness every way. Let's smile, let's laugh, let's say hooray. Welcome to your channel name, where every story lights your brain. We learn, we laugh, we dream so high. Together we'll reach the sky. Colors bright and hearts so true. Sharing love in all we do. Science, morals, fun, and cheer. We're happy kids all year. Shiny Wonder World TV, where learning is fun.
Bryan and the Secret Seeds, a magical friendship adventure.
Oh, what could be that glow coming from the yard?
On this beautiful afternoon, Bryan spotted something strange near his window. A closer look at the window gave a rare view through the pane, pulling him nearer to a glow from the yard. Bryan lifts the latch and eases the window open to have a clearer view.
I think I will go out and have a better look at where the glow comes from.
Decision made. Bryan steps back, turns, and heads for the backyard door. Bryan steps onto the lawn, the hum stronger, a glow bobbing from within the lawn. He kneels, steadying himself, eyes wide as the glowing seed bounces gently. With a careful breath, Bryan cups the seed, its warmth tingling against his palm.
Wow, this is so beautiful. What could this possibly be? It looks like a glowing seed. I think I've got to keep this and watch it grow.
Bryan rises up, cradles the seed carefully, and turns back toward the house as he moves to get a home for this magical seed. Meanwhile, Josh and Mark were in the lawn trying to make a string bird house. Mark measures the frame while Josh brings twine, focused and upbeat.
This frame looks so perfect. The birds will be well protected in this house when we are done. Now, we've got the base cut. What's next? Let's grab the side panels. They go on like this. Wait, is that upside down? Oh, I think that's the roof. Great!
Josh ties the twine while Mark guides placement, both intent and calm.
Here you go, Mark. Careful with your thumb. It is great to know we used our brains, our ideas, and our hands to help. I'm happy we worked together to get a home for the birds. Thank you, buddy.
Josh loves to help, and he loves to share. Josh got a new marble and everyone in class admired the crystal ball. Josh offers his marble to a classmate as Bryan watches warmly.
You can share my marble with me. I see you love it, and I am super glad to share with friends like you. Together we can create beautiful memories while we share.
Bryan's smile widens with pride. He is excited his friends are sharing. He knows the world will be a great place if we all share. He also knows that is the secret to make the magic seed grow. The marble gleams on the classmate's desk, a small symbol of trust, a symbol of love, giving and sharing. The next morning, their tiny seed has grown into a glowing talking sprout named Sunny. Sunny stretches taller as petals shimmer around, bathing everyone in glow. Sunny had a magical elf around it. Bryan steps in, awed, as the sparkle intensifies around Sunny. Nicole and Chi-Sung whirl behind, super excited as they walk to the garden where the glow had emanated from. Sunny's glow blankets the clearing. Bryan watches all of these, feeling so surprised and also excited.
This is so magical, Bryan. Where did you get the magic seed from? It was a nice breezy day, and as I watched through my window to enjoy the view, I saw the glowing seed lying right in front of my yard. I was so curious that I went out to have a better look. Magical!
Glowing blossoms ripple as wind guides light down the paths. Nicole slows as she smiled, sharing a look with Bryan. After school the next day, Bryan stands near lockers as older kids starts to tease him from across the courtyard. This got Bryan very upset as he left the courtyard angrily. Josh approaches Bryan, showing concern, closing the space between himself and Bryan. Feeling uncontrollably upset, Bryan snaps at Josh when he tries to help.
Just leave me alone, Josh. You don't get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Later that day, Bryan meets the guiding elf at the garden as he goes to check on the glowing seed. The glow from the seed had reduced. Bryan was worried. Nicole and Chisom stand shoulder to shoulder behind Bryan, eager to know the reason why the glow had gone.
Unkindness wilts the magic.
Nicole and Mark share a glance, wondering what they could do to get the glow and magic back.
I messed up. I will try and make amends. I will show kindness and change the narrative. I will bring back the magic and the glow. I promise.
Determined to make a change, Bryan gives up his championship medal to a shy boy who needs encouragement. Nicole watches Bryan with pride in her eyes as Bryan gives out his medal to encourage the shy schoolboy. The shy friend accepts, and Bryan's shoulders ease with relief.
I am super proud of you, Bryan. Way to go, Bryan.
Bryan looks at his reflection. He sees a person ready to change to create a positive narrative. Nicole stacks favorite books on the donation counter at the library with careful hands. She was determined to share her favorite books with others. Bryan stands beside Nicole, admiring her choice and feeling very proud of her choice. The librarians smiled from their desks, registering the new books and happy about Nicole's kind gesture. Nicole lifts the last book, gaze steady as Bryan nods in approval.
I am super happy I was able to help stock up the library. I feel so fulfilled.
Mark, also willing to sacrifice something meaningful to help other, he shares a drawing with someone who once stole his idea. Josh leans in near Mark, supportive, eyes soft with so much encouragement.
You can have my ideas for your project, Bunny. I am super happy to share my ideas with you. Sharing is caring, and I care for you, Bunny.
Josh nods to Mark in encouragement, settling into an easy grin. Mark sets the paints down, resolve bright as the room hums with making. At a school's event, Josh stands at the microphone, ready to give a speech on unity and kindness. Bryan waits at the stage edge, watching Josh with admiration.
Kindness is like planting a tiny seed. You might not see it grow right away, but trust me, it grows. In someone's heart, in your school, in the world. So, be the kid who plants kindness. I'm Bryan. I used to think you had to feel kind to be kind. But sometimes, you don't feel like it. You're tired. Someone was mean. But kindness is still a choice. You can choose it, even when it's hard. I love to draw and make things, and guess what? Kindness can be creative too. I once made a comic for a classmate who was sick, and he said it made him laugh all day. Be kind. Be awesome.
You came back, Bryan, and you brought something with you.
Yeah, we have been helping a lot these days, and it felt really good. But we only did small things. I mean, we didn't save the world or anything.
Josh grins, turning toward Bryan as the bridge settles with gentle glow.
It shows. You've watered me with kindness, and I can feel it growing not just in me, but in you. Kindness doesn't wait for a big stage. Every smile, every helping hand, sparks light up the world. Congratulations, Bryan. You have passed the first test. You have some more unfinished tasks to do. Don't worry, I will guide you through. You should always learn to control your emotions. Choosing kindness when you're hurt isn't weak. It's one of the strongest, bravest things you can do. It is okay to be angry at times, but it is good to remain calm in the midst of your anger. Do not hurt your friend or speak rudely when you are angry. Just be calm and count to 10. Anger is a fire that burns when you feel hurt, and it's okay to feel it. Even the kindest hearts feel hurt sometimes. But what matters most is what you do with that fire. Yelling might feel good for a moment, but it leaves weeds in your heart. Kindness pulls those weeds. Choosing kindness when you're hurt isn't weak. It's one of the strongest, bravest things you can do.
Under the lamplight, Bryan sits beside Josh in quiet start. He remembered he had yelled at Josh sometime in school, and he knew this was the right time to get things right. Bryan finds the words, voice low and honest. Bryan reminded Josh about the time he had snapped angrily at him in school. He was upset but should never have done that. Josh listened, his hurt softening at the edges.
I'm sorry, Josh. I should never have snapped at you in school. I was angry but should have learnt to put my emotions in check. Can you ever forgive me, Josh? Bryan, it's okay. We all should learn to control our emotions, and most importantly, we should be ready to make things right always. I forgive you, my buddy. You're the best friend anyone could ever ask for.
First light filters as Bryan returns to Sunny's side. Morning rays pass through the leaves, warming the earth.
Good job, Bryan. Your efforts are yielding good, and everything keeps getting better as you walk the path of kindness and good. You have passed the next step. Good job, buddy.
The clearing breathes, color returns in quiet waves. The aftermath of goodness has started to settle around the town. Bryan nods softly, hope settling like light on leaves. Sunny leads them along the path toward a massive fallen trunk. Nicole presses a palm to the bark. Josh raps a knuckle. This signified their good and kindness growing. They were all fulfilled. Soon everyone will begin to show kindness.
Bryan, we are doing this. We are making the world better, one kind act after another, Yippee.
Sunny hovers, illuminating cracks and possibilities. It was time for the next test. He knew Bryan was ready. He needed to light up the scroll of kindness. Without it, even the trees forget how to be kind. They gather thoughts on the future, how to save the act of kindness. There was an obstacle in front of them, but they were ready to find another way. Light from the kindness they had gathered lit up so brightly and cracked the obstacle on their way. As the trunk cracked, it glowed up from within. Sunny beams, and a filigree of gold threads begins weaving a bridge. Bryan steps forward, eyes wide as the bridge solidifies and gleams. Sunny had made a bridge with love and kindness. The obstacle had been taken care of. In town, kids were happy. The glow from kindness has spread and was illuminating everywhere. Bryan was out to complete another mission to fulfill the circle of kindness. Sunny was with him all the way. They step onto the bridge, lanterns drifting like fireflies ahead. The canopy parts, revealing towering boughs veined with light. Bryan reaches an unknown platform as Sunny shimmers at his side. They were getting close to the mystery waiting to be unraveled. There it was. 2 lanterns spiral upward, their names written on the flickering scroll like whispered promises. They had found the scroll of kindness. They were close. It was beautiful.
Bryan, your resilience and unfailing act of kindness had brought us this far. Not just the forest, the scroll held ancient kindness. The kind passed down from one heart to another. When the scroll was stolen, people stopped feeling it. People were no more showing kindness to one another.
That explains why everyone's been grumpy at school lately.
You passed, Bryan. Those acts of kindness and bravery was the key. And that is why you're the right one to bring the scroll home and change the narrative.
Back home, Bryan has noticed the shimmers of kindness on the streets. They had begun to grow in the cities and on the path. Chisholm laughs beside him as the spark of kindness flickered like a seed. Across the street, 2 kids help a neighbor with groceries. Little lights spark along the sidewalk, echoing the kindness shared. Evening settles as seeds drift upward over rooftops. The trees were beginning to grow. The town looked like a flourishing city filled with light of love and kindness. Bryan watches quietly while Sunny hovers, glow steady beside him. Windows gleam, lanterns answer the seeds like distant constellations. Bryan and Sunny share the view as night fully embraces the town. Bryan kneels at a small dug hole, the clearing quiet and expectant. He looked hopeful, knowing that the seed of kindness can now be watered with their various kind acts and bravery. Nicole crouches opposite, steadying the loosened soil with careful palms. Bryan lowers the glowing seed, its pale light tinting damp earth. Chisom and Josh press their hands over the soil together, sealing hope.
Look, it's a subtle shimmer spreading beneath our palms.
Morning sun breaks through leaves as Bryan parts dew-bright fronds. A sprout rises smiling, its face twinkling as Bryan gasps softly.
Look, Nicole, this is magical. Woo, I haven't seen anything so beautiful like this before. Look, Bryan, the warm glow is bathing through your cheeks as the sprout twinkles.
At the center of the garden, the friendship, the plant of kindness bloomed, brighter and more magical than anything ever existed. Bryan plants his feet, hands on hips, facing the cheerful seedling. Nicole and Josh watch flowers arc from bright to gray along the trail. Chisom points deeper into the grove, where leaves came alive and flower colors blossomed so brightly.
You've done it, Bryan. You and your friends have become true garden keepers.
Back in town, everyone was surprised about the changes. Bryan quickly encourages a nervous classmate near the door, giving them the assurance of a bright future, as kindness has come to stay. Nicole passes with a supportive smile, easing the moment further. Two classmates listen nearby, their shoulders releasing as tension fades. They were excited as they had always wished the town could go back to being a super nice place. Bryan guides the classmates to peace, patience grounding the bright. It was time to complete the final quest. Hugh was going to get a kind help from his friend. Nicole kneels at a messy garden bed, planning bright blooms along the border. Bryan stands beside her, holding a trowel, ready to help shape the line. Two neighbors watch from the porch, impressed by color spreading in the soil. Bryan and Nicole pause, admiring the neat row as the yard brightens. The soil remembered how to care again, because when one
And Bryan the hero once again saved the day. Like, subscribe and click the notification button for more superhero videos. See you next time.